Hello, Christina here with NursingSchoolOfSuccess.com, and this is awesome because I've got my hubby here,
Hey.
Matthew, and Merry Christmas. We are actually broadcasting live to YouTube and Facebook, which is something I've never actually done before, so this is very exciting all around. So Merry Christmas, everybody! Very exciting. I might be talking a little bit quieter than I normally do because our toddler is asleep. Usually when I do a live video, it's usually like, I don't know, 4 in the afternoon and 3 or 4, and he's already, he's up and about and doing stuff. So now he's like totally asleep. So, Christmas recap. I hope that you guys had a great Christmas. Let me know in the comments what you did, what you were up to, how it went, all the cool stuff you got. I don't know, all the cool stuff you gave to people. Got some pretty good things. We read a lot of books, so we give out a lot of books to friends, which is pretty cool. So,
the little one loves books.
Yes,
so.
Our toddler loves books. He's in love with them, like Biscuit. Biscuit the dog. Anyone familiar with Biscuit, the dog? Yeah, he loves Biscuit. So yeah, it was all around pretty good.
Yeah, pretty busy, but kind of laid back this year.
It was.
Yeah.
We hosted Christmas for the first time ever. And it actually went pretty good. I was surprised at actually how smooth everything went with hosting Christmas for the first time. Not that bad.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's the first time, it was at our house, and we had people coming over, and it was for Christmas breakfast brunch.
Oh, which is so much better than dinner because we didn't have to cook like a whole turkey, Oh my gosh, there was so much less pressure. So what did we do? We did asparagus.
An egg bake.
Martinelli's. What were we in charge of? We were in charge of asparagus and Martinelli's. We got a super easy.
And sausages.
And yes, we did turkey and chicken sausage, which was, perfect. So we got off super easy because we didn't really have to do much. Yeah, my parents brought an egg bag. Your parents brought lumpia.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. So yeah, it was all worked out. So let me know, what were you guys' plans? Let me know in the comments. So yeah, everything went well. I think we're gonna host Christmas in the future. I think every Christmas probably will host. Now that we're, we have a little one.
It is easier just waking up and bringing him into the other room rather than traveling to either of the in-laws or my parents.
Yep.
I think it worked pretty well, and it's nice that the parents can come over instead.
Yeah, for sure. We are so blessed to have both sets of parents in town, so we don't have a whole lot of families spread out everywhere. Everyone's kind of local for the most part, with the exception of some people in your family, but yeah, we're actually very blessed in that regard. So I hope all your Christmases went so well. Yay! It's over. New year.
New Year's next.
We're starting almost a new term in nursing school, so it is Christmas. So I wanted to come on live here today because, well, as I was telling Matthew a couple days ago, I was so surprised last year on Christmas Day when I logged into my email, which I probably shouldn't have done, log into my email on Christmas Day, but like Christmas evening, I got so many emails from nursing students. It was crazy. Like, I did not expect that. It kind of blew my mind. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that you guys had your Christmas breakfast, Christmas brunch, Christmas dinner, and then it was like, all right, Christmas is over. Let's get back to work, which I totally get. I totally get that. Like,
I did not get that at all. But again, I wasn't the best of students in college, so if I'm on break, I'm on break until I have to go back to school. So, but I understand that with nursing school that you guys are definitely back to grindstone. So.
Yeah, you did not go to nursing school.
Good for you.
You went to nursing school vicariously through me.
Yes.
You were the support through nursing school.
Which, that was fun too.
Yeah. Totally different perspectives. So I totally get it. Because my mind, I have a very hard time turning off my brain when I'm relaxing, trying to relax. I have a very difficult time relaxing and taking a step back and actually taking a break and taking a vacation. You totally know.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh, like I am always on, and especially during nursing school, I felt like I had so much, even between terms, like, because you guys, you know what's coming up. Like, I actually just got an email about this from one of our students today, actually, just this morning. See, I was checking my email this morning from my students because I love you guys so much. So, yeah, and she had said, it's med-surg next semester. Like, you guys know what classes you have coming up. So it's really just hard to turn off your mind and take a step back because you know all the papers, all the care plans, all the clinicals, you know your schedule, you know what you have to do starting in a week. It's very, very hard to chill and forget about it all until it actually happens. So, man, nursing school's rough. It's a rough life. So, we wanted to talk about this today because it's super important and we know, I know, kind of know what you guys are going through. You are not a nurse.
No, I'm not. No. But I totally understand. Yeah, I saw Christina going through nursing school, and she's a very futurist person too, so really thinking 10 steps ahead, which is great for a lot of things. Sometimes it is hard to turn off that thought process, and so what do you do during this holiday season, and how do you cope with that, or how do you use it to your advantage?
Yeah, using it to your advantage, that's so good, actually. I really like that phrasing because you really can, actually. And this is something I'm learning just the more like we obviously talk and are connected, we share a brain, that you need to I need to get all that, your calmness, because I just really like that verbiage because it is, you can really prepare yourself even better for the next term in nursing school by actually taking a break. And this is something that I never really thought about. I would just, I heard about it, that if you actually sleep, if you actually take care of yourself, if you take time to rest, that you will actually be more productive when you start nursing school again. That it's hard to comprehend that idea that, okay, a break is actually better than keep going, keep grinding, keep hustling, and I will push through this, basically. So
yeah.
It's actually better to give your mind a break and then continue even stronger. So.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, and there's a lot of things in life that work that same way too. Like if you just keep pushing until you eventually burn out, then that's a lot worse than just taking a little bit of time, kind of backing up a little bit. So, yeah, how to do that effectively too, because obviously there's times to do that and there's times not to, which is kind of what we're talking about today about balance.
For sure. Life balance. So this is why I wanted to talk about this today is, so life balance, we hear this term balance, and I feel like when I was in nursing school, and even now I struggle with it because we're in a culture that tells us all the time that we have to be everything to everybody all the time. Like, as a mom, you're supposed to be all things to everyone and still take care of yourself, make sure the kids are fed and diapers changed and everyone's getting good grades in school. I don't know, we're not there yet. Yeah. And, you get fed.
That's nice.
That's nice. All of these things, we are so we're just in a culture that wants us to be everything to everybody all the time. And so this idea of balance, when we hear this term balance, what I think about is like, okay, well, am I supposed to break apart the 24 hours in a day and I'm gonna sleep for 4 hours and I'm gonna go to school for 4 hours and I'm gonna hang out with my kid for 4 hours and I'm gonna hang out with you for 4 hours, where does that end? Is it all supposed to be equal? So
yeah, that's a common question that I feel like no matter what stage of life you're in, there's always all these things you're trying to juggle, and so what does work-life balance mean? Me going to work in the morning, so is it just 8 to 5 and then afternoons not, or how does work-life balance work that way too? So
yep. Yeah. I think the best thing that I ever heard, and this is what I really wanted to talk about today, I heard this from Dave Ramsey years and years and years ago. And he was talking about how it's actually not balance, life balance, it's actually life seasons. So when you think about life balance, instead of thinking about the word balance, think about seasons. So right now in nursing school, you are on Christmas break. This is a season of rest. It's a season of break for you. Whereas when you go into nursing school, again, when you start and kickstart back into January, that is a season of nursing school. You're gonna be pounding hard, you're gonna be going full speed ahead in nursing school, doing the nursing school grind, writing those care plans, writing those papers, going to clinical, going to class, going to skills lab, doing all the things. That is a season. And then you're not going to be spending as much time with your family. You're not going to be spending as much time with your kids. You're not going to be spending as much time, for yourself, taking care of yourself, exercising, things like that. You are totally focused on nursing school in that season. However, right now on Christmas vacation, you are on vacation. So think of it, instead of balance, think of it as seasons. Instead of thinking that I'm going to do, everything's got to be equal, and like all the societal pressure, right? The culture, the pressure of the culture telling you that, oh my gosh, you got to be on everything. I've got to throw like the best Christmas party or the best birthday parties, and I've got to get straight A's in nursing school. I've got to get, I don't know, like all the things, right? That everybody, it seems like everybody wants you to do, right? All those expectations. But no. Like, take a step back and think of it as seasons rather than balance in life. So this is a season right now on Christmas vacation where you get to take a step back and spend more time with your kids, more time with your spouse, more time with your family. This is a season of rest and recuperation before now then you start another season in nursing school, full force, going strong, making those good grades happen in nursing school.
I think that's a key thing is, you have a season of rest, and then you have a season of full throttle. You know what? We're going to go heads down and work really hard. And really, what I like about that is giving yourself the grace, knowing that, you know what? Now is the time to rest, and we've scheduled this time to rest. But when you go back to school, now that is the time to actually work, and that is a time that, you know what, giving yourself grace, and also your family will understand that too, as long as there's that open communication there too, that, you know what, right now in the season of school, I might not be able to spend as much time with you, but the quality of time afterwards is going to be so much greater. So it's kind of that trade-off, that seasons of doing one thing and then doing another thing, but then the quality of time is there too. So it's sometimes not always quantity, but quality matters as well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm so glad you mentioned that, because it is not, oh my gosh, what a huge, amazing point that I'm so glad you brought up, because I totally forgot about it, is the quality over quantity. You guys, I think I just talked about this in, which one was it? The YouTube video a couple days ago? No, was it last week? Where if you're spending time with your family, spend time with your family. Put your phone away. Like, put it on airplane mode. Do you remember which one that was? I don't remember. So, when you're actually doing something, whether it be spending time with your family, spending time with your kids, spending time studying in nursing school, spending time at clinical, be there. Like, be there. Don't be thinking about other things. And oh my gosh, like, both my hands are raised. I am so bad at this. I am the worst at this, because I am always thinking, you're laughing at me.
Yeah. We were just talking about this the other day.
Just talking about this, because I am always thinking about something else. And it's very, very difficult for me to shut my brain off. So that's really, like, I totally get it if you struggle with this. I am right there with you, like I said, both my hands are raised. But it is like, it's such a struggle, and I have to constantly remind myself, okay, like, I'm gonna put my, actually, what did I say? I said, I think that on the weekends, I'm gonna put my phone in actually another room. I think I decided to do that, because it's like that bad for me. Like, I cannot have access to my phone, or I will be totally on. But actually, this past weekend, it wasn't that bad, because I silenced my phone, and I kept it in the bedroom, and it actually, it wasn't that bad. I actually found myself not really thinking about work or things, or
it just takes a little practice and some just keeping it on the forefront of your mind, because
Yeah.
it's very easy to slip into that way of thinking of just, what's urgent, and you just need to think about that. So that's the other thing that we can talk about is urgency versus importance. But
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
sure
just making sure that you're really doing what's important in your life, and
Yeah.
what's the season that you're
Yeah.
currently in. So pro tip with leaving your phone out of the room, they're talking about all the tech stuff and all the little blue lights
Yeah.
popping up and
Yeah.
saying that, you know what, maybe it is better out of your room.
Yeah. And you've got like all the, we were actually just talking about this last night, all the technology on your phone, because we actually just got 2 new phones. We got the new Pixels, and on the Pixels, I don't know, I mean, you know more than I do about technology. I'm not very good at that, but there, you know, you can change all the settings on your phone. So your like email, your text message, your, you know, like I said in that video, pop it on airplane mode. Like if you really want to spend quality time studying, if you are ingrained in your textbook, if you are, you know, really need to write this care plan or write this research paper, you've got 8 hours to do it, girlfriend, pop that cell phone on airplane mode or turn off your settings in your email so you're not getting emails. You're, you know, even if you're not getting my emails, that's totally fine. No big deal.
You can make exceptions.
Totally
you can let our emails come through. That's fine.
Totally understand. It's for the good of all things. Yeah. So, you know, just find those ways, those kind of workarounds. So make sure that when you're studying, when you're needing to focus on things like spending time with your kids, make sure that you're there and you're present, and, you know, you're not wasting time, because basically, I mean, if you're always like me, if your mind is always somewhere else, like you're really never having quality time anywhere. It's really like what Matthew said, quality over quantity. So I want to acknowledge Amy. Amy here on Facebook said, our Christmas gift from school was 97 drug cards to do, sent in the mail?
Like snail mail?
Your school sent you that in the mail? Oh, Amy, I'm sorry. That's a real bummer. I struggle with balance. I'm starting 4th semester, and I'm a wife and a mom of 2 young kids in school. Awesome, Amy. Hey,
awesome.
Amy, also, I got some of your comments on Facebook, so thank you so much for that. I know we've been chatting a little bit, so awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Amy. So, yes, we are streaming live to Facebook and YouTube. We've never done this before, so this is very, very exciting to kind of do both at the same time. So thank you guys so much for being here. Merry Christmas. Yeah, so life balance. I mean, it's tough. Like Amy, as you know, being a mom, 2 kids, like I've got 1, and man, that's hard. Then when we have 2, it'll be like, you know, what do they call it? One-on-one defense.
Yeah.
Because I know football. That's football, right? I think it's football.
I don't do sports either. We both do not do sports.
Do sports.
And little Daniel is yelling all about football and basketball,
He
so
is, yeah.
not
He
sure what we're
really
gonna do
likes-
there.
He really likes his like, basketballs and footballs that we play around in the house. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I know you guys struggle with this. I did too. I know, well, I mean, you in school, but it was fine, you know.
It's a different perspective coming from my side too, that Christina did really struggle at this, and
so bad, so hardcore.
there's just, again, it's practice. So you guys have a lot of time to practice this, but yeah, just making sure what's really important. And something else that I was just thinking, it's almost the same concept as batching your work, batching things together.
So good.
That's the same idea with balancing in seasons. You're basically batching up rest time.
Yeah.
You're batching up all of that time off. So you're in a time off right now in Christmas. So batch all of that up, but then when you're back at work, batch all your work up together and kind of go that way too. So it's a different way about thinking about it.
Yeah, for sure. I just really had to retrain my brain, and I still really struggle with this, that like, okay, I can actually rest and take a step back and have a break, and it actually will prime me for whatever's next coming up, either in school or in work or whatever. So it really is important to have that rest time. And as far as batching goes, personally for me, I know I've written about this a lot, so if you've been here for a while, you may have heard me talk about this already, but when I was in nursing school, one of the best things that I did was actually wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. I would literally get up super early, because we were actually early birds anyway. We still wake up at 5 a.m.
Mostly because of Daniel.
Mostly because of the baby, but we actually did that before we had
that's true.
him. So we've always been kind of early birds. But I would wake up like really really early and literally write my whole paper in one day. So if I had like a 20-page paper, I would batch it all together because I knew you guys that it would take me like twice as long if I had just kept done a little bit every single day. It just would have taken me too long. Like when I get in that zone, I am in the zone. Is that cool? Do I sound super cool? Like in the zone.
Yeah.
Like that's me. I'm in the zone. Yeah. So that, I don't know. That was just really really helpful for me.
Yeah, I think that's a key thing too. Is knowing you. Knowing your personality too. So that definitely worked well for Christina, that she can really, really focus on one thing and heads down and get that done. So really learning what's your best method of learning as well, and really leaning into that too.
Yep. Finding that balance in yourself, knowing your personality, knowing how you study best. How do you study best? Would that have worked for you?
I don't think it would have worked for me. I am more, I always said that I'm a kinetic learner, so actually moving well, learning, or
Do nursing school would have been good for you?
I guess
sticking needles in people.
Yeah, it could have
That's
worked.
me sticking needles in people.
Deflating a balloon. No, I think you're doing it wrong if that's happening. So more kinetic learner, and I do tend to be a little bit more scatterbrained and do a little bit here and here and here. So as long as
more planned.
As long as you can know what your strategy is and kind of keep track of everything, and then use tools and systems, and we'll probably be talking about that in future talks too. But
tools and systems.
Tools and
this guy
systems,
right
automation.
Here.
So that's why she brought me along, because I'm the techie guy. So
yeah, he's the tools
Hooray.
and system guys. What am I? If you're the tools and system guy, what am I? What does that make me?
You're the one that actually gets stuff done. So I plan and you can do it.
And I do it. Okay, awesome. I'm the executioner.
And you're.
That's not right.
Okay.
Execution.
I think technically that's right.
I feel like I've heard that though before, right? It doesn't sound right. Like, okay, can we not go there? Let's no, I don't want to be known for that. All right, I want to acknowledge Claudia. I saw, okay. Did I see the chat come through? I think it was Claudia live chat. There it is. Aha, Claudia, Merry Christmas. Claudia says on YouTube, Merry Christmas. So yes, you guys, we are streaming to YouTube and Facebook at the same time. Look how fancy we are.
This is cool.
This is pretty.
This is actually the first time I've ever been on a live, I think, or second.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Actually.
So I haven't been on live all that often. So.
Yeah. Second time?
Second time.
Welcome to live
Thank
video,
you.
Matthew.
Thank you.
Man.
Let me know what I'm doing right or wrong.
In the comments
Is
below.
that how you do it? In the comments?
I say
I say
in the comments. I don't know.
Alright.
That's just my thing.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. So yes, life balance. Just making sure. This for me was just kind of that. It's kind of the same thing, but in my mind, I needed to think about it in seasons. So instead of thinking it as balance, thinking of it as seasons, because it just, I don't know, for some reason for me, just that verbiage, maybe just the language shift really helped me switch my mindset and say, okay, I'm not such a terrible mom, not such a terrible wife, because I'm in nursing school and I'm doing my thing, and, I'm becoming an RN, and now that that's over, woof, I have a life again. You will have a life after nursing school, promise.
That is true.
So,
yes.
Things do change. So it's seasons, you guys, seasons. So now you're on vacation from nursing school. Hopefully you've got a couple weeks off, a week or at least two, a couple weeks off, and so now is a great time to play with your kids, reconnect with your husband. Hello.
It's been a while.
Just have fun. Do the things that you did before you started nursing school, because, we don't have time for that in nursing school.
Yeah.
We used to. So just thinking about it as seasons rather than balance, I think that just really helps me. So, yeah.
Good point.
Any last
Good
thoughts?
points.
Good?
No, I really like the idea of seasons as well. Yeah. Balance is always kind of keeping track and being really judicious and judgmental almost on your own time. Like, oh shoot, I spent an hour at work, now I need to spend an hour with my kid or else my kid will hate me forever.
It's all like guilt too.
Yes, it's
that
very,
guilt.
it is more guilt trippy.
Yeah, that's not cool, guys.
So
No, yeah, don't like Matthew said earlier, like we say all the stinking time, is give yourself grace. I mean, isn't that what Christmas is all about? Grace? Come on, y'all. Come on. I just used the word y'all in my video. Yes!
it's okay.
I am so cool.
It's all right.
So, you know, give yourself grace. It's okay. It's okay if you mess up. It's okay if you know, are like me and you constantly have all these thoughts about other things. And when you're trying to do something else, you know, trying to focus on one thing and then you're thinking about other things, that's totally fine. Give yourself grace and do better next time. But recognize it. You know, recognize it and do better next time. That's all we can ask for. You know, that's
Like I said, practice,
That's the
practice,
game.
practice.
practice, practice, practice.
Yeah.
That's the game. That's the game of life. That's the game of nursing school. Practice, practice, practice. Cool, you guys. Well, I hope you had a very, very, very Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for everyone that chimed in today, and we'll be doing this more, hopefully.
Yeah, I think so.
If you guys
Unless
liked
you guys
this-
don't want me here, then let me know in the comments. In the comments.
Are you
and
making
we'll-
fun of me?
No?
In the comments. Do I literally do it like that? In the comments, guys. In the comments.
In the comments.
In the comments. In the comments. All right, you guys. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hope you had a great day with your family, and I hope you have a great rest of your Christmas vacation.
Yes.
A couple weeks at least, hopefully. A week and a half full
Hopefully.
because
So
that's
what
Tuesday.
next up is New Year's and
Next up is New Year's.
Yes.
We have a great New Year's video coming out on YouTube for you. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah, do you know he edits
Good.
all the videos? So yay, clap for Matthew because I'm not that talented. So couldn't do without you, babe.
Thank you, babe.
Thanks for being here.
Love you.
Love you. All right, you guys, take care. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna like close all these out.